Yeah. We got the strawberry sessions in effect. I was gonna have some strawberries, and I thought to myself, you know what? This is a perfect time to have a session that involves strawberries. And what does that really mean? Probably just means that I'm gonna talk about things that have relevance to others in this universe, because sometimes we can be selfish in our thoughts, and we can think about ourselves only, and there's so much more to consider that I thought strawberries would help me kind of relate to that through my own experience, my own individual crises or bumps in the road, which in turn would be connective and play roles in other people's lives too. So it's a gorgeous day, and I'm grateful to be alive. But I'll tell you what initiated this thought process for me today was I have begun a new venture in my wellness and health adventure, and I've been really excited about it. I started to do this fitness coach program. So I'm basically offering exercise programs and routines, whether that's an individual program or you can have exposure for up to, I think it's about 60 programs. They run about 3 weeks each, and they're pretty, I'm going to say the word intense, but not in the negative sense, but intense, like they're involved. Once you start doing these programs, you can't quit. You're going to do it every day, pretty much. There's some that might have a rest day in there, one day off, but you're pretty much going right through it every day. It's about half an hour. And I used to do a lot, I do a lot of calisthenics, and I didn't think that there'd be programs that would be something that would have anything to do with the course of my path and journey, because I already saw, Rocky Balboa, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have to say, 5 touched my heart, kind of broke my heart, because it was a cycle. It came to a full circle. The first year, Rocky Balboa came out around when I was born. So the inception of that philosophy and that strength and that self-love that Rocky had is really vital in my DNA structure and my life and journey and pathway, because he fought for everything that he had. Nothing was given to him. And he did it all with body weight exercise. Yeah, sometimes he got crazy and he was like lifting logs and rolling rocks in Russia. But otherwise, my man was just using his own force. So, great inspiration, and I never thought that I would leave that zone into anything else, because I thought I had it. And again, in life, when we think that we understand something and we know something, guess what? Someone's at the door and they're letting you know you don't know shit. And boy, how many times have we learned that? You'd think with my age and time and wisdom and fruit eating, I would know that by now. But yeah, I was taught that there are other methods and ways and delivery systems of improving your health and getting into shape, and it has been eye-opening. So I began a new program, and I'm in day 3. Today will be my day 4, and I'm sore, and I'm achy, and when I think, oh boy, I got another routine today, it's a mixed bag, because I'm like, oh boy, I got another routine today, but then again, I'm like, you know what? When I do it, it is so challenging. I really appreciate that, and I really love that, and after the fact, I'm just pumped, and I'm ready for more. So these programs, like I said, they run like half an hour, and then I kind of add my own little like PS add-on. So when I'm done with the program, I go for a run, and I like to run up hills. I call it the Carl Lewis, because he used to do sprint running up hills for training, and he is a vegan man. So I definitely go for the hills after. Then I'll throw in some planks just because I love them and they're challenging and they just feel so good after the fact. And I'll put in some push-ups, about 50, and some jumping jacks, and then some stretching, some nice slow stretching, and then I come out of it into my replenishment of what is it that I have after fruit? So it's been a really nice new cycle and method in my days that I've incorporated. But a part of this journey as a fitness coach with this new program is I wish you could totally experience what I have going on here. What I like to do, this is a little side note from my discussion, is I like to ferment my fruit. So I'll let it age. It depends on the fruit and how far you can let it go. But what I really love is just like this. When I put my fruit in the sun and I kind of just let it sit there for a little while and it kind of warms and it becomes really tender and juicy and sweet. To me, the way that it should be. Because if it was on that tree or that bush, and the real way, to pick fruit off is kind of like, I like to say, you kind of like tap it, and when it's ripe and ready, it should kind of just fall right off. And when it's sitting in the sun like that, it's warm. It's not in a refrigerator. So I love my fruit warm like that. Absolutely. And you can see the color in this. These are just perfect. California grown. So anyway, with this new fitness adventure that I've taken, I need to sign people up so that they can benefit from this overall health program. It involves a vegan customized meal plan, and then I've thrown in my own twist, and I do offer raw vegan customized meal plans that I have created, and I'm doing personally, of course, myself with this program. So it's really been great and beneficial, and I know that it is nothing but rewarding and empowering for anybody to get involved. And you can always write me anytime. You know what? You can write me to say, Josh, I don't know how to cut an avocado. You can write me to say, is it cool if I eat beans? There are so many questions out there during this whole vegan transition, health consciousness journey. I've been in the game long enough, and I've been, down the road, that I can pretty much help you with an answer, and if not, I'll look into it, or I'll talk to somebody else and I'll still come back to you with an answer. So remember, my professional advertising department, they're on vacation today. So I'm going to be doing my own, kind of like media, public relations, marketing features. Again, my email. Email me anytime. I really am here to help you, and I wouldn't be here if people didn't help me. So believe me, it's a full circle. It's avocadogrape@gmail.com. Again, we are leaving the dictionary because we do not follow rules. Not on my side. So we're AVACADO, not the traditional avocado, the Josh avocado. Avocadogrape@gmail.com. AVA. So give me a shout out anytime. and I'll get back to you, I promise. I'm so happy about today and just being here. So, anyway, back to my story. With this fitness program, to initiate and start your coach journey, which I am activated as, and it is absolutely in my heart enough to say, yes, I am a fitness coach. I am here with education and awareness to help people along the way and make them achieve overall health, muscle gain, fat loss, stamina, endurance, and just centering, balance, and strength. So that is definitely what I bring to the table. But all of the other people who have joined this program and began their coaching, they started with signing people up under them, because that's how a lot of these programs work. Even if you're a personal fitness trainer, how do you make your income, or how do you build your business? You take people on, obviously. You sign people up onto your practice so that you can help them, and it's a two-way street where financially you're benefiting, but also you're helping them in the health sense. So with this new program, and me personally, with my situation, it was from the direction of those who had, hired me or allowed me to do this, was go find two people firstly. So I thought when I signed on, okay, that's easy enough. And then I was saying to them, well, how did you get two people right off the start? And everybody seemed to, or I'll say everybody did, come to the same answer and results of saying, oh, it's not a big deal. I got my husband, I got my girlfriend, I got my mother, my brother, my best friend, people who would do anything to support you, they had signed up with me. And it wasn't an issue. So after they had received those two client memberships underneath them, then they were allowed to have that platform to grow and move forward and accomplish other goals within the system of being a fitness coach. So you'd think, okay, that's easy enough. So whenever I speak to anybody about this subject within this community, they all say, hey Josh, don't worry about it. Just get two people in your life that would do anything to help you and support you, and sign them up. Well, little did they know that I am not alone, so I am not going to play victim, because I am not a victim of anything. And if I'm a victim of anything, I'm a victim of myself and my own weak thoughts and my own shortcomings, because I am not a victim of this universe whatsoever. I am a benefactor, and I always have to keep that in check when we have the downs, and I don't really have to think about it when we have the ups. So I don't have anyone in my life. I have friends, and I do have people that I care about and care about me. But when it comes to real, bottom line, down to the ground, take action, be there for me at 6 a.m. kind of thing, that's where it gets a little wobbly. I don't know if that's just my surroundings and environment now, or if that's something to do with my personality that I have to work on, because I don't have that concrete foundation of strong connections where people are like, I am there for you 100%. I absolutely have, so it's not as if, I'm a virgin to having people close in my life, but it's all been a part of my past and my, my history. I've had a lot of close people. I've had people that have meant the world to me, people that my heart seemed to pulsate in rhythm with. And all of these people, for their individual reasons, and my reasons involved too, have just fallen to the side and have actually chosen to disconnect themselves from me for my own shortcomings and inadequacies and dysfunctions, all a part of my process and journey that I have had and brought to the table that caused separation and caused distance. And though those same elements are not here now in my life because of how much I have grown and changed and become aware, it still is a repercussion of my previous actions, decisions, and just kind of thought process. So I'm rebuilding everything. I'm rebuilding me. I'm rebuilding my understanding of the universe and my place, and not just my place because that's selfish, but the universe as a whole itself and everything that is going on. Being present and really accepting the moment. So when I'm reaching out to people to say, hey, I'm a new fitness coach and I'd love to have you on my team, everybody is coming up with every other excuse in the book. And I know that book really well because I think I co-authored it when I was younger, the excuse book. And they just don't want to do it, bottom line. And we could talk about that all day because everybody's got their own paradigm and their own reasons why they don't want to take steps of change and they don't want to alter their comfort zones and step outside the box. And the whole thing is, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm stepping out of the box. I am absolutely exposing myself. I am putting myself out there. Only 6 months ago, the World Wide Web was something that maybe I utilized at the library when I went to visit. It wasn't something within my hands and within my everyday structure and reference point. Now I am across the board. I'm kind of like, short circuit robot. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, I'm connected. I've got the Twitter, to the Instagram, to the Facebook, to the Tumblr, and the list goes on because it confuses me even, and sometimes I have to write down a list just to follow all of the platforms that I engage with. But it has all been positive and beautiful, and I've met so many good people. So it has been a blessing, and that's why I'm here. What are we doing? Oh, YouTube. So there's another one. So today just made me realize, and maybe, you can say, oh, this guy's, kind of getting hard and a little dismal with himself. And that's not the case. It's more about the process, and it's about observation and allowing what is so that you can release that and you can look at things with a different perspective and grow. Well, I realized today I don't have people that support me fully. I don't have people that I can rely on and say, I need you for this. A good example of that would be if I'm driving and my car breaks down, I don't have somebody that I can call and say, hey, this is what went down. I really need you to, come pick me up. So I have to always figure things out for myself. And I always have to have that Boy Scout mentality of being prepared and registering every single facet of every decision and, choice that I make. Because if it falls short and I'm left alone there, I'm alone. So I better have a plan B, and if not, a plan B philosophy. So it's funny how people take things for granted, like those around them. With this example that I'm giving, with these people signing up, members underneath themselves, they're kind of saying, it's not really a big deal. Don't worry about it. Just get those people around you that will do anything to help you. Well, we always need to take a step back and consider where other people are coming from, because that's just not how it always works. So what does that mean? Well, it means you have to do the best you can with every decision and every plan that you are trying to execute. You have to put your heart and your soul. And I know these are cliches that we've heard growing up always, but they do ring true. You have to put everything you have into what you are doing if you believe in it. And if that is the case, it might take a little bit longer than others that have support systems around them, but it will come to fruition. It will come together and have a completion because you are genuinely being yourself and being true. So, as much as I see a lot of people that have these support systems from people around them, mostly you'd say family members firstly, that fully support them and would do anything for them physically, financially, emotionally to be there. Since I do not, I have to realize that I am not alone. I am just a star child on this great, incredible, large granite rock for the most part. And I've known plenty of people who are in the same exact position that make it themselves or they're not making it at all. So those are the two sides of, daily living conditions. Either you're waking up alone, and then after you get up and you start processing the day, you are still alone, or you're waking up with somebody who's giving you a high five before you have your cup of tea, and they're saying, I love you, and I'm there with you, and whatever happens today, you have backup. So, yeah, sure, would that be nice? I enjoyed it when I had it. But now, I'm on the me game, and I'm giving myself a high five, and I'm loving myself deeply, and I'm like, yo, Josh, you got this. So it's not really a big deal. Everything is a challenge, so it's just another little challenge. And I have enough self-belief and self-love in myself that I know that with the circumstances, things might take a little bit longer, but that there is no way no is in the wording and description of the outcome for me. It's just going to take a little imagination and a little insight, sun, fruit, and good time in nature to really focus and come to an understanding of how to go about anything when you're on the solo journey. And I think this was an important little strawberry session for me today to discuss with you because, being on social media, I talk with a lot of people, and overall, these people are so supportive and beautiful. I am so touched. There are certain people that I see every day. My main gig for sure is Instagram. I have felt so much love and friendship and connection and vibrancy with certain players. It's like every day when I get up, I try to have a step back from the whole technological world, and then after I have my tea and I have my fruit and I'm just a little more in tune to the situation and presence of the new experience, I'll check my social media outlets, but usually I'll firstly go to Instagram, and I'll see these certain faces, and I don't even have to say who they are because they know who they are, because I have made it known to them the love and appreciation that I have for them being even on the planet. So when I see these people engaging with me, liking, and just giving words of encouragement, it is just so beautiful and so amazing, and it means a lot because I know it's real. And people think, being on social media, it's such a separation from reality, and that it isn't real, and it's a falsity. And I used to think that too. I really did. And now that I'm engaging and I'm present and I'm genuine myself, I can see that in others. I have the instincts. You can't fool me. So with that being said, because I always come full circle in my discussions, even though I might sway a little to the outside, like what's this guy talking about? Believe me, I'm coming right back to the point. These people are always saying, "Oh, Josh, you're so positive. You're such a beautiful being, and your outlook is just so loving and beautiful." And all of those things, can be true because I definitely have enough self-love and positive, reflective outlook to be that every day, sure. But it's not easy. It's something you have to work on. It's something that you have to want. You don't just wake up and feel love. You don't just wake up and have the most incredible positive outlook and reflection on every single action and decision that's going to be occurring in that day. You have to just be present and believe in yourself enough and know that you are worthy and you are special, you are unique, and you are a powerful individual. And even when I get confused and I don't know where I'm going, or I'm thinking about where I've been, which hasn't been all balloons, butterflies, and lollipops, I know that positivity and love and laughter and smiling are the things that come to me naturally as the tools and the foundation of anything I'm going to do. So I'm going to be in your face, because that's my personality, with the positivity. I am going to be selfless in doing anything I can to help you, and I am going to engage with you on any level if it helps you achieve something that benefits your self-worth, your self-reflection, your self-love, your self-confidence, your morality. It doesn't matter. I'm just here to love. I'm a bundle of love, and if you want some, then just be cool and be genuine. And believe me, it's not just from me, it's from the universe itself that will come. Because chipmunks know about it. When they pass you, they know if there's love there with you. So that's what I was thinking about today. I thought it was important to bring this out there because so many people say, "Hey, Josh, you got a beacon of light going on in there, and you're inspirational and you're so positive, and what you're doing is so good and so helpful." And all of that may be true. I'm not one to create an image of myself. I'm just here as me. But I'm saying it doesn't come at a cost. It comes with effort. It comes with consciousness and awareness and self-reflection. And it comes with work. It is easy to be brought down. And it isn't as easy to bring yourself up. So it really is about your mindset and your outlook. Our thoughts create our reality. A really simple test to see that for yourself is when you wake up, firstly, I would suggest that the first thing you do, usually, we have to go pee or something, go to the bathroom. So, okay, I get it. That's one of the first things we do. Other than that, I think it is important that we reflect on what